and we're live, and we haven't dropped any frames yet, so that's good. That's a good start for a Tuesday night build. Tonight I'm on the rum. I've already had that much rum, and we're doing a simple, famous last words, we're doing a simple Spitfire build. 2 episodes actually. I was going to do more until I realised I don't have any more. I've only got 37 and 38. I really thought I had 39 as well. Don't know why, but we're going to be fitting the Aileron. We're going to be fitting the flaps to the Spitfire. So how the devil is everybody? Hope everybody's okay. Nice to see you all in chat at the moment. Loads to do before we do have, because there's not much to do in the Spitfire. So I've been preparing for everything this week. But hello everyone for joining chat today. First off, Mrs. World of Wayne's going to be joining us tomorrow, so we're going to be doing a Christmas stream tomorrow for everybody, not just for patrons. It's going to be for everyone. So I will put a link up for that. If you remember, we're going to need to use my Yeti mic, but I threw the stand away, so I've made this, which is basically I 3D printed this bracket. I bought these bolts, and this is a garden fence post thing that goes on top of posts that I've bolted it to. So we have now got a stand. So my Yeti mic can sit on the desk now, because I don't have the boom arm in here anymore, because that's now in the workshop outside. So that's all good. What else? So we've got 2 episodes of the Spitfire to do tonight. I'm going to talk to you about the Peugeot 205, because I was going to be doing pack 5 of that, but I've decided I'm going to do that after Christmas now, because I need some fuse wire. You'll see why when I show you that pack. Now tonight when we do the Spitfire, you will notice it's on a 3D printed stand there. Now that stand, hang on a second, you know what I'm like for graphics, is available through Partworks Upgrades at the moment. Just so you know, the stand I've got at the moment isn't the stand the Partworks Upgrades have got, because they've done a lot of extra things to it and stuff. So at the moment my Spitfire can still fall off the back of it and stuff. So that's where you get that from. Also, if I can try to figure this out at the moment, because I'm not really clued up on this studio mode at the moment. Also, Ian, thank you so much. Ian sent me the fixes for the wobble in the wrist area and the tendons of the Terminator. I will be fitting them. I'm probably not going to be able to do that until the next Terminator box though, because that's when we're actually fitting the arm in for the Agora Models Terminator. But they are also available in Partwork Upgrades if you want to stop the wobble in your arm there. But I've received a plethora of things for Christmas. I've got all of these to go through. And if you want my advice, go over to Alex McDonald's channel. And he's got videos of all of this. But Mike Lane has been sending me loads of stuff. And as you can see here, they're all available on the site. You've got tyre dressing here, pretty much for any build we do. We've got the bulkhead storage lid, looking just like that for the DeLorean. We've got the die-cast license plates. I'm leaving that till last because they're excellent. Got the front seat back covers for the Ecto-1. I will be demonstrating this and putting these on. That hides all the screws that are at the back of the seats for the Ecto-1. And then we've got the heel and toe pads for the DeLorean, looking just like that. These are adhesive, so these can stick down. But the die-cast license plates, these are brilliant for the DeLorean. I'm just going to open them and show you what they look like. First of all, they come in this lovely presentation case here. And then when we open it up, we take off this foam that's protecting them. These are all metal, and they can affix however you want to your DeLorean. So you've got the futuristic one, the out of time, or if you're a fan of Ready Player One, there's your Parzival one, which are pretty cool. If I try and get one out to show you what it looks like. They're quite heavy because obviously being metal, but these are all available from MikeLaneMods.com. But I'm going to have some fun playing around with that. Let's put that back in nicely. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it and damage it, because that's what I do. 1 second. My OCD will play up if I don't do that. So I will demonstrate that to you when I get a chance. So thank you, Gavin Fry. Oh my God. Xmas cheer to the World of Wayne family. Thank you so much. We can't wait to do the stream tomorrow. Mrs. World of Wayne's had her haircut, specially. So she's going to look her best for you. It'll be probably the first time she's actually talked directly to you on stream. So it's anything goes tomorrow. I ain't got a clue what we're going to be talking about. But in the time-honoured tradition of me sleeping on the couch, before I come on to stream tonight, I saw this, which did make me laugh. Check this out. I'm sorry for this. This is a very misogynistic thing to put up, but it did make me laugh. What do you think of that? Knowing your wife is in the wrong is one thing. Proving she's in the wrong, forget about it. And she's shaking her head now, I guarantee, downstairs going, you're sleeping on the sofa. Hello, Lester from Pennsylvania. How's the weather over there? I'm guessing you're starting to get your snowstorms this time of year. I know my brother's been posting pictures of Canada at the moment, and you're dealing with like -11 temperatures out there, Michael, aren't you? You're still out there at the moment. But, oh, it's all been good. So today, I haven't built anything today because the build you saw, the Fast and Furious Volume 4, Stage 4, I did that yesterday. So today I've had the morning off because we've been doing Christmas shopping and God knows what else. So there's no video tomorrow either. This video that you see now, the live stream, is going to be what's out tomorrow morning. And then we're ending the channel for Christmas with the live stream Wednesday night. I will be back on the air again, I'm guessing, after the Bank Holiday Monday, which I think would be the 25th Christmas Day, 26th Boxing Day, 27th Sunday, 28th is the Bank Holiday for the Boxing Day, probably the 29th. But if you see me before then, like I did last year, I might be popping up doing videos because I really want to do the Peugeot 205. But as I mentioned, I need fuse wire because we're working on the engine. I'm going to show you that in a second. And we've got the same problem that we've had with all the other builds, that they use this tubing stuff. Ian, you sent me some of this through the Ghostbusters build here. Let me just turn off the part work upgrades thing here. They use some of this, and obviously when you want to shape this, you can't just bend it around. You don't want to heat it because it will collapse on itself. So I want to put some 5 amp fuse wire through there. 5 amps to finish fuse wire. Should be able to get that in there, and then you can shape it. And when I show you the instructions for the Peugeot 205, you'll see what I mean and how that looks. But there's loads to do. David V just ordered the Enterprise D. Cannot wait to start it. I hear the Enterprise D in America, they've upped the price already and it hasn't even come out. And I also hear in America that you're not getting it till March. And I think we're getting it in the UK in February, if I'm right. Just so you know, I am doing that. I'm doing the Iron Man as well. Hopefully I'm doing another release from them. God, there's so many builds. I think there's 14 builds next year we worked out. Oh my God. Hello, Mega Nico over on Twitch. How's it going? David Haynes, you never want to prove your wife is wrong unless you want to change your residence to the couch permanently. Good advice, David. Oh, here we go. I'm going to do what World of Wayne does to me every stream. I've spent £9 on an eBay bid. I won't be sleeping on the sofa because my £9 is less than the Star Wars busts. He got me there. I didn't realise how much each Star Wars bust was. I thought it was going to be like $9.99 again. So there's me just like, you know, oh, I want this. Yeah, definitely, you'll have that. And then they're like $16, $17.99 each. So I'm going to be, I'm going to do them because I've got the helmets over here. But I want to put, you just know every year I've got to freshen up the man cave. And I can see me moving this around again. I don't know how, but I can see me moving it around again. And I want more Star Wars stuff up in here. All I've got is the lightsaber that Koza gave me here, Gary Whitfield. My Force FX lightsaber. That's it. Oh, and the Falcon above my head. The X-Wing's even hidden at the moment because God knows where that delivery is. But I think everyone's going to be affected by the deliveries at the moment. What with London moving into Tier 4 and Kent, which is all where all the ships come in. I don't know when we're getting anything. I also understand there's a backlog in the US ports as well at the moment, which is partly the reason you're still stuck on issue 13 of your Ecto 1. You haven't received anything. So I think personally, regardless of what everyone says, that things are going to get worse before they get better. Obviously, as the weather gets hotter in the northern hemisphere, I think the cases of COVID virus are going to drop because everyone's outside and the windows are open. But while we're all stuck in, we're going to be on lockdown again, which means we're going to be doing some building. But unfortunately, COVID's affecting lots of things. Now, my patrons know this, and unfortunately, I've got some bad news for you all. And that is Model Designs, who did the paint racks for us. And if you remember, I asked you about doing the workstation and what we could do to build the workstation, all that. Unfortunately, they're another casualty of COVID, I'm afraid, and they're no longer in business. So that's sad news. So my sympathies go out to Mark, and I have been in touch with Mark saying, you know, keep in touch. And hopefully if things improve, you never know. You don't know what the future holds, but I'm sorry to tell you that news. So I think at the moment, I'm not getting that paint rack that I wanted for the other Tamiya paint, the other Vallejo paints, and I guess that the workstation's one of a kind, or two of a kind. Because I know Adam got one, didn't you, Adam? Burgess, Royal Mail and DPD closed due to COVID restrictions. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And Raptor J5. Hello from someone who's stuck inside because I begrudgingly live in London, so I'm tier 4. See, now, it doesn't affect me in Northampton because we're tier 2 here, but my kids live in Essex, which is in tier 4. So ordinarily, I can't enter another tier from my tier here, but the government do have an exception for separated families that I can still pick my kids up and bring them back here, which is good. So there's no problems there. To be honest with you, since lockdown began all the way back to last March, it's been the same because they don't want to separate families, you know. So that's one guiding thing. But it has affected us quite big because we were meant to go see Esther's family, Mrs. Welder-Wayne, which we can't do now. So that's not happening. In tier 2, we are allowed up to 3 households, I believe, on Christmas Day. So we've got... My mum and dad can come over anyway because they're disabled. They've got a support bubble with us. And my daughter's coming over. But after Christmas Day, when they go and the kids come, I can't have my daughter over because she's in a separate bubble. So Faith, who's my youngest, and Riley are not going to see their sister, which is a shame. But we have to deal with what we're dealt, don't we? So it's, you know, life gives you lemons and all that. I kept repeating that on the Patreon stream on Monday. So... Glyn the Gasman, I heard a rumour on online chats that the 1958 Plymouth Fury, that's the Christine car from the film Christine, there we go, is in early designs. I'd like to see it, Glyn, I have to say, but I'm doing so many at the moment. I'm just looking at how much I've got to do next week, and next week, that's probably right, isn't it? Because the new year starts next week. Wow, my God. Yeah, so much to do next year, it's going to be crazy. But before we get onto the Spitfire, I want to show you the Peugeot 205. Check this out. So this is pack 5 here. Whoops. Not my camera. This is pack 5. Now in pack 5, the first thing you get is a metal, really heavy plaque for the 205 GTI. But we're building the engine. And these are all the parts for the engine here. There's absolutely loads to do. But this is what I was on about, these tubes. They do like using the tubes for the HT leads. But in the instructions, which I'll get to here, these are the instructions here. Let's just get to the bit we're putting them on here. As you can see, they've trained these wires round, but you can't achieve this effect unless they've got fuse wire through them. So that's why I'm waiting for the fuse wire to come so I can make them look good. But look how impressive that looks. And then when we're finished with pack 5, that is what the engine's going to start looking like. Really detailed, all metal. I've had a look at it already, but I really wanted to start that today. But I couldn't. So, Wayne, have you played Watchdog Legion? No, but I've heard it's fun and I've heard it's pretty accurate to the London streets, Bobby Bates. Agora finally sending pack 7 and 8 Terminator. Supposedly it'll be here Thursday. Dash Riptide. Howard, was it you who told me that they're sending both packs together, or they've sent one and they've sent the other, but because they've the delays, you should probably get them within days of each other or together. I think that's what's happening at the moment. It looks like we're all going into full lockdown after Christmas. I'm in tier 2 as well. I think we are, Graham, but the thing is, we were in lockdown in November and it didn't do a thing. It did it. They say that when you're in lockdown, you've got to wait 3 weeks to start to see some results of how that lockdown did. And 3 weeks later, it's just going up and up and up and up, which means the November lockdown was a complete waste of time. So I think that the lockdown we're on at the moment is a complete waste of time. But I don't think there's anyone with any common sense in government that can see that. But who knows? Brian Pitak. Hi Wayne, God bless you mate. It's lovely to see you mate. Are you planning to do any mods painting on the Spitfire? Not at the moment, but we need to have a talk about these Ailerons. These are, I've already opened them actually. That's pack 38s. So these are the Ailerons. Now as you can see, they're different colours to what the wing is. Let me just show you the bottom of them here and the bottom here. Now, I've been doing quite extensive stuff on this, and this is my take on it. When people tell you about the Spitfire didn't have this here, it was wrong colour here and all of that, if you ask anyone at Duxford who works them, they say the Spitfire, you're lucky to find any two the same. They just banged them together with whatever they had, and that's the same with the paint as well. You can take your duck egg blue and all of that. They didn't always use duck egg blue. They used what paint was available at the time. So if you want to get it time specific, then you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to get it to the restored versions that you see in museums and stuff like that, then you will have specific paints. But I won't, on YouTube, I won't get into arguments, as I call them, rivet counters about Spitfires, because they were all different. So I'm going to be putting these on these ways. If they're different colour schemes to what you're used to, tough, because I'm keeping them that way. So I've said it. Oh, you did. It was you, Howard. That information was brilliant, Howard, to be honest with you, because that helped out a lot of people with other builds as well. So it's just a shame. You must be going through the same things we're going. We've got like a new strain of the COVID, which has got more spikes in it, so it can stick to you easier. I love the way that they mention it. Tomorrow's issue 100 of the Bismarck here in Germany. Well, I'm glad you said that, model model bow. I want to show you that as well. Now, I've received issues 91, 92, 93 and 94 of the Bismarck. Not much to do, but issue 92. This is issue 92 here. Check that out. We are building the turbine area, which is the cutaway, which is the interior of the Bismarck. And a lot of people are trying to speculate. I think I said in my video, I'm trying to speculate what colour it would have been. And the consensus, I've had quite a few people, Patrick in Germany, you showed me a picture as well, that the engine room would have been white. And pretty much the equipment would have been an off-white or a grey, because down below decks, you've only got the light holding it. It needs to be lit up. You're not going to have dark colours. So I thought the turbine would be green, and, you know, I don't know, the walls would be like a steel colour. No, they were white by the look of it, and I'm going to paint them white. I'm going to paint the turbine probably an off-white to a grey, and the floor will probably be like I'm colourblind, so you have to bear with me, like a brownish red. And then the girders that go up to the side, they will be steel. So because they wouldn't be painted, because they wouldn't be seen. They'll be between the layer of the hull and the internal walls. So I'm going to keep them as steel. But I'm going to make sure I've painted all of them before we assemble issue 92. So you won't see me cutting things off the sprue, and you'll see it already painted. So I'm looking forward to doing issue 92, I have to say. Not much to do in the rest of them. So, and then issue 97 of the Bismarck, when that comes, I've already heard about the ladders and the nightmare I'm going to have with the photo etch parts there. So, well, we'll have to see. Oh my God, Ian! Thank you, Ian. Merry Christmas. I'm going to toast you, Ian. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I think this is your Kraken tonight, which I really went a bit like generous on. Oh, that's strong tonight. You go on Twitch again. Mk1a, why do you keep popping from Twitch to YouTube? I think Twitch is quicker. So any messages that you put on Twitch will come up quicker on chat. But Ian and Gavin, thank you so much for that. I'm sure Mrs. Wayne's going to use that money to buy Doll's House bits, which have been coming all day today. She was paid today, I have to tell you, and my phone was constantly binging, because I get notifications from the bank when something comes in or out. Bing, bing, bing. That's all I've had today. I hear the original trial Spitfire was all silver. I don't know about that. It's just speaking to people at Duxford, because I originally spoke to them regarding the undercarriage and would the actual pistons have been painted, because the amount of times they would have had to been changed out, or they're going backwards and forwards, that the paint would have just fallen off. And they're saying you're lucky to get pistons that even look the same. Gunny121, Wayne, over here to giving the veterans the vaccine. It's 2 stages. You get the first one. It is Gunny121. Just so you know, my dad has had the vaccine. So what happened is brilliantly done, I have to say. And something that I think the media should do regarding COVID is we went into a room, they signed us in, and then they put us into a waiting area, and there was a nurse in there wiping the seats over for everyone who sits in. We sat in there, and then when it was our turn to be called, we got up, he had his jab, and then they sit you into another room where you have to sit for 15 minutes, and they watch you for 15 minutes, and they've got stopwatches and all of that. After that 15 minutes, you're free to go, and they're wiping your chair over, and you've already got a date for 3 weeks' time at exactly the same time you had that to have the jab again. Now, what I think was really good was in that room was quite a lot of elderly people, and you could see people with disabilities, or, you know, that were vulnerable. That was about 20%. 80% of the room were doctors and nurses in suits. I think if there's people that are worried about getting the vaccine and all that. Show doctors having the jab, because that inspired me. I thought, wow, you don't really see that on the news, do you? But they are taking their suits off, putting their stethoscope down, and you know, the nurses coming and jabbing them. But yes, my dad's had the first one because my dad's got Parkinson's and he's like 80. God, you're going to kill me, Dad, aren't you? 1940. You're 80. You're 80. So, part work. Yeah, that picture was it. Yeah, it was Patrick. Yeah, that picture was perfect. That really helped. So that's what I'm going to do. Because believe me, Patrick, I was going to paint it completely different. So I'm glad I saw your picture. Am I behind on chat? I'm 3 minutes behind on chat at the moment. Roger Cutler, Wayne and family, hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I'm working Christmas Day, but I hope to get out at 4 p.m. after doing the Christmas lunch with my lovely residents. Oh, that'd be excellent, Roger. You get to spend some time at Christmas celebrating it. But Christmas is just a day. I'm not celebrating Christmas, really. We're having a Christmas here and the Christmas dinner, but when the kids come, I'll be having my second Christmas. So they're here on the 27th. Andras Kiss. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Andras. Dryas. I hope I spelled it wrong because I've got a habit of butchering names. You're from Hungary and build the Dodge Charger and the R2D2. Absolutely brilliant channel. I'm loving the Dodge Charger build, as you saw today's one with the suspension. The R2, I'm in talks to build that again. And I want to build a red one. So I think that'd be brilliant. Also, Wayne, being a child of the 80s, do you think you'll try to pick up a Lego Voltron from the 80s TV show? Probably not, but I used to have a toy Raptor. I'm going to try and dig out a picture. I've got a Voltron that I used to swing around my head to make it fly. I've got a picture of it. You'll see me as a little tiny kid, but yeah, that was brilliant, old Voltron. Mrs. Worldaway hasn't got her own channel yet, although she did order her doll's house today, Glyn. So that was a bing on my phone. So that was a big bing. What's that goblin piss? No, it's rum and coke. But then this girl was like, lol. It's not Guinness, it's rum and coke. It's Kraken actually, but then this girl was like, lol. It's a lot of rum though, but it's in a Singapore Sling Raffles Hotel glass from Singapore that Mrs. Worldaway picked up somewhere on her travels without breaking it, which is marvellous. There's no easy test for the news strain. It has to be DNA confirmed. Dr. Nicola Brink from Guernsey was explaining that in Guernsey press conference today. God. Mrs. Wayne, is it? Yeah, he's feeling fine, Gunny. Absolutely fine. But then again, my dad's a military man. Even if he wasn't fine, he wouldn't complain. What's your take on the Leopard 2A6 that Agore's bringing out? First impressions, Howard, absolutely brilliant. I don't know anything about it yet though, so I'm hoping to get some more information soon. I don't even know when it's coming out. All I know it's 2021. Hello, Hugo Saws Collector. How's it going? You think the Glyn the Gas Man? I'm in the process of trying to think of a catchy name for a new Instagram account. Mrs. Worldaway, I reckon the House of Esther. Vaccine has been shown to cause allergic reactions. You're right, but it's I think it's made in egg like some of the other vaccines. So if you are allergic or anaphylactic to egg, bee stings, that sort of thing, I think you can't take the vaccine. Hello, Rattling Ghost. How's it going? We're all good here, getting ready for Christmas. A lot of fake doctor videos out there, you're telling me. I saw a silver Spitfire at Hendon mounted vertically on a wall. You know what, Bergdus, I still haven't been to Hendon. I know that Jim Stroffra, who's normally on the channel, he's told me to go there, and I do pass it when I go to St Pancras, but at the moment I don't want to go to London at all. X-Wing's out of stock. Is that why I haven't got it, John? Oh my god. Yes, D. Let's do the Bismarck build. Now look, when and Arsenal are down, we're definitely going to do the Bismarck build. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. What's going to happen is I'm going to be doing the Spitfire build. I have got a chat window here, so I can still see the chat while I'm doing it, and hopefully I can answer your questions. But if I miss them, or I miss any people's questions or stuff and I haven't chatted, I apologise for that. It's because I'm concentrating, and normally when I don't concentrate, as you know, these things turn out to be a complete car crash. So we'll see how it goes. So let's start building. Okay, so we're doing the Ailerons. So this is the Spitfire at the moment on the stand. This is all the stands looking like. at the moment. But I think Partworks Upgrade have put something on the back here to stop it falling off. I'm not sure, but it fits quite nicely there. But we don't actually need that at the moment. What we do need is these Ailerons. Cannot pronounce. And those little bits there as well. So these have got sort of like an angle on them. Can you see that they go up on one side? It's handy to know where that is, because when we put it in, we want to put it up so that the bend here is facing upwards. And I'll just put that in my mouth. These are metal, just so you know. And the first thing we're going to do, got some tiny pins here, which I have opened this, but I opened it with a scalpel. So, oh, there we go. They're coming out. And what we're going to do, quite simply, is just thread a pin through there. So it's half and half. Just like that. And then we're going to get over this part of the wing. And as you can see, we've got channels just here and here to lay this in. But when we lay it in, we want the bending up part to be bending up to us. So that's going to go in just like this. I'm just going to get me flat tweezers, because that needs to be sitting quite in the center there when I put that in. So stand by. There we go. So that's the first one in there. We're going to do the same on the other side there. So once again, that's in there, and then that goes over the bracket just like that. Straighten that out. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Right, now the hard bit. What we're going to do now is we're going to be putting these 4 lugs here into those 4 lugs there and press it together, but we do want to put a little bit of glue on them. So when this is in, these aren't going to move. So let's do that now. Now I'm going to be brave. Shall I? No, I'm not going to be brave. I can't be brave because I normally make mistakes. So I'm going to use my little pin vise again. I'm just going to put some glue around each individual section. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm not putting too much in there. I believe there's one on this side just there as well. 5 and one just over here. 6. So that should be enough glue. Making sure these are in the right way, because I'm not going to be able to open this up later. Looks good. Okay. Double checking I've got them in. Yep, they all look good. So we're going to piece this together. Just like that. There we go. We've got them in just like that. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm just holding it for a minute. Let's change back camera while I do that, because I don't want these coming apart. These come apart, then those little pins I've just put in are going to fall out. Now, just so you know, when we do issue 38 of this, it's going to be exactly the same thing, just on the other side. Hugo Saws, yes, I definitely will be building the Jaguar. And I probably will be building the tank as well. You're camera shy. Berg, is that DC3? Did you see that it was like $699 on Model Space? And I think they've reduced the price to £199 in their Christmas sale or their Boxing Day sale. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wait, make sure you have the number 2 facing upwards. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I have. To be honest with you, they say... Oh, hang on. Bear with me. I'm just making sure I put them in the right way. Right, I'm just looking. Oh no. Oh no, I've made a mistake. I'm not going to get this open again now, am I? Is it going to cause an issue? It might. Okay, so number 2 needs to go here. Number 1 needs to go here. You see, this is what I told you. Can I get this open? I didn't put much glue in there, so hang on. Ah, yes, can. Stand by. Oh, that was messy. Right, let's try that again. Right, so number 2 needs to be facing upwards. Going. Don't do what I do. I make mistakes so you don't have to. And number 1 goes in this side here. Right, we're happy again now. And we put some more glue in there. This is the advantage of not putting too much glue in there. Hang on a second. See what I'm doing. Number 2 goes in this one. Number 1 goes in this side. I told you at the start of this stream. Oh, you know, easy. I'm not going to have a problem here, am I? I should really should look at the instructions before I do these streams. Okay, put these on. And then once again, hold it together. At least I've got peace of mind that it's in place now. You love it when I make mistakes. Don't lie. You know you do. That blooming Ferrari video I did had blooming tons of views. Car crash TV. Oh, read the fucking manual. Yeah, David, I should really, shouldn't I? We've done it right this time, though. All done. See? I make mistakes so you don't have to. But there we go. Look, they're on and they're looking pretty good. Now, we're going to attach that to the Spitfire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the instructions and see where it actually goes. Right, it's going on that side with the camo section facing up, and it's going to be put in with 2 times PM screws at each side. So we'll bring this over, which means, get this on camera, it's going to be going right here, right there, with the camo side facing up. This is going to fit over those screw holes just like that, and we're going to be securing that in with the PM screws. So I've already opened these PM screws. Now they are PM, so I'm a bit confused why they're metal screws, because they're going into plastic, so that doesn't really make sense to me. But I'm going to put one in that side like that. I'll put one in the other side here, just like that. There we go. And then putting the other 2 is going to be really easy. I put the door hinges for the Super Snake wrong way and only noticed after pack 11. John, I haven't actually tried to fit the door hinges I've got at the moment yet. I haven't looked at that, so that could be interesting. Because believe me, if there's a mistake to be made, you know I'm going to make it, right? Okay, let's do the last one here, and there we go, all in place. That's the first aileron. That's the first flap in place. So I'm going to put that to one side just for a second. Now, do you really need me to show you the instructions for stage 38? Because in stage 38 we're going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm reading them to make sure I put these numbers in the right way. So at the big end, we're going to be putting number 7. And at the smaller end, it should say number 8. Okay? We can remember that. Okay, let's do that now. It must be the rum. You're telling me, Ronnie. Okay, right, here we go. So, we'll open this pack up again. Once again, we're working on this side here. Darker plastic this side, and then we're going to be taking out these, the pins, and the I need the pins. Where's my scissors gone? There we go. I've had to nick Mrs. Welder Wayne's scissors because I'm in the unique problem of now I've got a workshop outside. I'm having to double up on all my tools, so which isn't good because it means half the things aren't available. Okay, so this one's got number 7 on. And this one here has got a number 8 on. So we want these to be facing up. The number's facing up. And number 7 is going in this side here. So just like that. God, that fell in perfectly then. Did you see that? And then number 8, looking at the number there. Yep, that's the right way up. Once again, going to go in like that. I've still got my glue here. So I'll start gluing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. We're going to put the top section on. So I'll line up this edge, push that together, just like that. You see the hinges are on good there. And then once again, I can go back to chatting with you peeps while I hold that together. They're in the right way now. Hugo Source Collector, that's a really good point. That have you noticed that, like, when we did the Millennium Falcon, and probably the R2 actually, there wasn't many part builds out. But I did say to you about a couple of months ago that normally January you'll find they'll all start rolling out, and now we've got so many at one time. I don't know how that affects the model makers and the distributors, because people are now having to, you know, it's not a case of like, I don't know, the Ecto 1's coming out, let's all do the Ecto 1. It's now a case of like the Jaguar's coming out. Do we do this or do we do the Iron Man? Or you're having to substitute, I guess. But who knows? I know Howard does a lot. Old Dash Riptide then. Look how many he's doing. You're putting me to shame, Dash Riptide. Well, that's the top of cleaning the house, remodeling the house, and farm work and other craziness. I'm probably not going to see Mrs. Wayne soon while she works on that doll's house. All I know is that she's got boxes at the moment of stuff that she's already ordered. Don't know where it's going. Measure twice, glue once, then drink more rum. Mike, I'll still get it wrong. Berg, just check the model space site. Gosh, the DC3, yeah, 195 quid. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. David Clary, Ian, and I think David, David Daniel is in chat at the moment. They're the people that have sorted that, so they might be able to answer that for you. That's held together absolutely perfectly. Look at that. So once again, we're going to attach this to the Spitfire. So let's move this out of the way. Probably best to cut open the stuff here, and then this is going to go on the other wing. So let's bring this over so you can see it good. It's going to be going on this section here. I've just gone and put the Spitfire on all the screws that I need, which is typical. There we go. Okay, so once again, let me double check. Yep, this is going to be going on this way, just into those 2 points there and there. So get my screwdriver out and we get this into place. It's all right once you've got one in, because it holds itself then. So number 2, I'll get one in on this side. Not too tight, that one, because I've got to rotate that hinge around a little bit. Here's number 3. Can you imagine if I'd done these as an individual video? These wouldn't last long at all, would they? I've been doing that. I said my OCD doesn't let me do this, but it was getting to the point where some of the videos are only like 15 seconds long. The introductions to the videos were longer than the actual videos themselves. Okay, we got yeah, that's the last one going in here, and there we go. So let me just sit this back up. See what I mean about the stand? Partworks Upgrade have got a stopper on here to stop it falling off the back there, but I mean it does the job at the moment. So that is, I get it around so you can see there, the 2 Ailerons in place. Now, don't these move, or did I get spoilt with the I guess they do. Look, we've got a space here by the look of it for a motor, and we've got some points here which I'm guessing can plug things in. So I'm guessing these both move with motors in here. They can go up and down, a bit like the Zero Fighter if you saw that video there. Now we do have this section here which is coming in the next issue, another box with another motor in it. So that is all there is to do in stages 37 and 38 though. So that was, oh, I've got uncomfortable legs there. That was quite a quick video, really, wasn't it? And to say that it's 20 to 9 now, I must have been chatting for hours beforehand. And thank you, Peter, for giving me the scores. Arsenal have been doing terrible lately. As a matter of fact, I'm disappointed to think that they're in talks that, you know, they could get relegated. If it was a C47, I might be tempted. But like, the thing is, Bergdis, that price, £195, down from £700. I think it used to be £800 actually. What margins are they making on that? Because either they're selling it at a loss or they're still selling it and making a profit on it. That's not, I don't know the business side of this, so I don't know how much it costs to manufacture and what the margins are. I haven't got a clue. I'd love to know, but I'm sure it's something the businesses don't want you to know, because I used to work for PC World, and knowing what the margins of the products were was a big no-no. For example, if you went into PC World and bought a laptop, chances are we're making a loss on that laptop. So if we're selling it for £500, the laptop probably cost us £550. But we got our money back by selling you the laptop bag, the discs, the antivirus, the USB lead, the print cartridges, which are really high margin products. So I'm guessing that's how it works in all of this retail, to be honest with you. In the videos, you can cut the wiggles. Here you were caught. Cut the wiggles. Hugo, I think I've joined the conversation halfway through. What do I swore a very bad word? Did I? What did I say? Okay, close the chat window and press like. We all like to see Wayne's mess ups. That's called Schadenfreude. You're taking pleasure in my misfortunes. Anthony Oates, you wish you could afford all these models. Budget only allows one at a time. You know, when I first started, Anthony, I said that was my first model, the Millennium Falcon. And I'm ashamed of myself that I would have had so much time dedicated to that I didn't do a lot more to it. But I was new to the whole modding scene then. I was like, because I hadn't built like Airfix or Revell models for some time, these were like your pre-built models. So, you know, they're pretty much painted to spec for you. So I started building it and thinking, that's it. I didn't even start thinking that I could like mod it until I watched Chris Falcon's videos of him lighting up the Millennium Falcon. And I'm like, wow, that's and now everything I'm looking at, I'm thinking someone could mod that. Someone could put an LED in that. Someone could put a speaker in that. Chloe, I don't know if you're in chat tonight. Something's been sent to me from Model Mods, but DHL have, like, it was meant to come today, but they haven't even attempted. I'll tell you that now. So I don't know where it is. I haven't got a clue. Howard, Dash Riptide, Mrs. World Away. I blame the guy who's talking on the screen because started watching him build the DeLorean R2 about halfway through, and so yeah, not as many as him. Yeah, that guy's a pain in the backside. This is World Away. My Mrs. apologises, not done anything to Doll's House, been busy with Xmas. I don't know what you were talking about, Hugo. I've got back to your comment again. In the video, you can cut the wiggles. Here you were caught. Please explain. Because when you say the wiggles, I'm just thinking of the Australian kids show. Brandon, you bought one of the Star Wars metal sheets you assembled by bending the prongs and snap it together. Kind of afraid to do it because I don't have super steady hands. Well, Brandon, I had to buy one of these little pliers here with flat tips because you're going to need that to get the tabs. If you get the right tools, it's easy. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I mentioned it at the time. They sent me one to do, and I cocked it up completely. I broke bits, I couldn't turn bits, and I said, I can't do it. It's out of my skill range. And then they said, do you want to have another go? So that's when I decided to buy the right tools. Sometimes it's the tools, not the person. Although a bad workman does blame his tools. Here we go, D. Ailerons. Can I call them flaps? Can I just call them flaps, D. Harris? Ailerons. Someone's going to tell me they're not flaps now, aren't you? Ailerons. I can't say coidroid. Coidroids. You know the trousers from the 80s? Coidroids. That's another one of my words. We should put a list up. You know, the word on here, words not allowed. Tragedy. Daggedy. Nick, it's out of stock, is it? God. I wonder if they're going to get stock back in, Nick, because I've still got an ongoing issue with the Victory. I still haven't received pack 4 for the Victory, and I'm getting close to doing that pack now. I didn't know Topnotch Models existed until I found this channel, and now I've started one and ordered another. They are fun to do, but it is funny because you've got to be patient when you do these, waiting for the next delivery. But as you saw with the DeLorean, when you get to the end, you wonder where all the time's gone. I mean, look at the Super Snake. I mean, I'm so tempted to marry that up with that, but I'm not going to do it because that would just tease it, you know. So I haven't even attempted to do it. I know. Who did that? Someone's in chat's done that, haven't they? They put it together already. I'm not tempted to do that. But this does have batteries in it, and I have checked it. There's no battery leakage in there. So even though the batteries are in, there's no on-off switch in that. You've got on-off switch for the lights, but you can honk the horn and everything, and it still works. So they do move. Thank you, Daniel. I thought they do. Say it like ale. It's that first word, David. Is it ale or oil? Ale? Ale? Aileron. 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 Oh, it sounds like the King's Speech for me. You ever seen that film? I need elocution lessons. The rain in Spain stays mainly on Wayne. Have a competition. Oh, thank you, Glyn the Gasman. Have a competition to name Esther's new YouTube channel. It's a good one. Listen, I forgot to mention the I've got if you've seen the Peugeot 205. So I built stages 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now each pack is I think €49, something like that. So I've got 12 boxes of it that I can build for you. Okay, in the new year, just so you know, I've got 12 boxes to give away, including all the free gifts. So we're going to be running a competition for the Peugeot 205 build next year. Not quite sure how we're going to do it now because the boxes that I got were ginormous, and I can probably condense it down, so I might be able to do this worldwide. But just so you know, there's going to be a giveaway next year. Nick Barmer, you're in chat. I've still got to give the Ecto 1s away. I've still got, look, issue 1s of the Ecto 1 from Nick, although that's issue 17. Try that again. We've got a French issue 1 and we've got an English issue 1, which is actually in the magazine. So we're going to be doing a giveaway for those. All I'm doing at the moment is I'm just stacking them up, and we will try and run a few more giveaways next year. I think that'd be a good idea. The Spitfire looks like it's really good build quality. It does. I'm just wondering how much we're going to do with the plane and how much it's going to take to do the base for it. Also, sorry, the Rams. How can the Rams lose against a team that lost 43 the week before to the Seahawks? And funny enough, next week we're playing the Seahawks. So I was gutted, Brandon. Absolutely gutted. That's probably why it is sold out, Steve 131. Keith Derry, hi Wayne. Do you know whether one of the builds next year would be the Aston Martin DB5? Keith, they pulled it in March last year, so I don't know if we're going to see it again. I haven't got a clue. Because remember, it was a re-release because it came out in 2010, I think, in the UK. So it was a re-release, but I haven't heard any wind of that at all at the moment. So never say never. Could happen. Don't know. Don't even mention delivery companies. I should have had something delivered by Hermes. Like, oh God, Hermes, Daniel. And that was 24-hour service. You still don't have it. Let's have a look. Can't get used to the paint pattern. Good idea, Rob T. Just so you know, I changed the orientation of that oil cooler. I put it round the other way, as you can see, because I went with the consensus that the opening should really be at the front. So that's why I turned that round. But that's the underside there, looking just like that. So put this back on here, because if I don't, I'll break it. There we go. You used the F word, did I? Oh yeah, I did read the F. Oh yeah, I'm allowed one, David. I'm allowed one. I'm allowed to curse once, I think. I'll soon find out after the stream, because about 10 minutes after the stream, it gets demonetized. Just like the Terminator. When I showed Partworks Upgrades plasma rifle, that lasted 10 minutes and then it got demonetized. because there's an algorithm that can sense, or it knows that there's like a gun or a rifle on the screen. So, hello, Mike from sunny Florida. We're in freezing cold UK. Actually, it's going to be like -1 tonight. Dash Riptide, what when I started to build that, it cost of 80. Now the packs, if you start, it cost £150 per pack. $150 is that. Just so you know, we built the Spitfire tonight. I'm going to put in chat here the link to Spruverse. He's just started the D'Agostini Spitfire, which is a wood build like the DC3 with metal skin. He just started that on his channel, and that video went live about 4 minutes before the live stream started tonight. But yeah, give that a look. That's probably what I'm going to be watching straight after this, actually, because I think the techniques that Phil's going to be using on the Spruverse channel is what I'm going to be using on the DC3. Something to let you into as well. In the new year, me and Phil over at Spruverse are collaborating on something pretty special, and we're pretty much going to be doing similar things, but doing our own twist, our own magic on them. You'll see what I mean. But we're going to get Phil over on the channel as well on a probably use StreamYard like Paint with Penny does, and we'll have a talk about it as well. But you're going to be excited to what we're building. Looks pretty cool. Elevators are tail flaps, aren't they? I don't know. Ailerons. Roll the plane left to right. The flaps change the wings lift. Oh, thank you, Berg. This plane up and down. Some planes have flapperons. Is that really a word, Berg? This flapperons? Really? Oh my god. Yeah, you can see the mechanics of airplanes are lost on me. My brother knows. He used to work with them all the time in the RAF. I don't know if you're still on here, Michael. You haven't commented, so I guess you're just listening to my dulcet tones. For your Spitfire, put a rubber band over your props and round the stand to secure it, even though it's a good stand. D. Well, I think they've got something that's going at the back to stop it falling off. And I was going to put some of that felt. I've got some felt that I can line these insides with, so it won't scratch the bottom. I just haven't got round to it yet. So, and I wanted to do a Spitfire build tonight because I'm running out of time before Christmas. It's coming, and there's nothing we can do about it. Wayne's given away half a car, which is pretty normal for a Peugeot 205-Riptide. But it means that if anyone wants to continue the build, they only have to pay half the price for it. Poorly Mitsubishi A6M, the Channel model. This is World of Wayne. AXA Passion. Bear with me. I'm sure Mrs. World of Wayne's already answered this. But I'm just going to have to go into Google Translate because I don't know what you said. Stand by. So that's French to English, right? Okay, so you said, hang on. For the Mitsubishi A6M, there are taxes for transport with a Agora model. There will be postage charges. So I'm guessing, yes. But the best thing people to ask for that was Agora. They have got live chat and they'll be able to answer that for you. Still waiting for my out of stock pack 23. How long have you been waiting for that, Anthony? I see box 2 for the Peugeot and paid €49.99 without paying for shipping. Ah, there you go. Merry Christmas, Dominic. Oh, and welcome to Patreon as well, Dominic. We're a crazy bunch over there. There isn't Lego James Bond DB5. If you want to set your palette, I'd love to do the Lego. I'd like to do the James Bond Spy Who Loved Me Lotus Esprit. I'd prefer to build that over the DB5, to be honest with you. And there was supposed to be a test. I never saw it though. They're still trying to sell the DB5. Not in this country. We don't see a thing about it. At the moment, Howard, my Facebook feed is just full of Iron Man, Dodge Charger, and the Eleanor. I'm not seeing much advertisement for the Enterprise D, which I'm quite surprised about. Fibre optics next in the wing, so we get firing guns. Ah, Rob T, that's interesting. I did hear someone say that they've put like a yellowing effect on them because they're too bright. They're too white, and they've also took some of the light bleed out of the fibre cables. So I will look at that when I get them. Is the stand going to handle the Zero? I'm guessing they're similar sizes, Howard. So hopefully. But again, Ian and Daniel are bang on that. I'm guessing. Hello, Mega Nico. Hi, Wayne and Mrs. World of Wayne. I'll be off. I'll take care and happy Christmas, Mega Nico. Remember, we're doing a live stream tomorrow with Mrs. World of Wayne, so come along and have a chat because you'll get to see how much abuse I get. Wait, I did mention that the Jeep comes with one magazine only and it's about 1 inch thick and it takes you all the way through the build. Wow, that's a good idea. That's what they did, Gunny121, with the DeLorean. You build the whole thing, but then they gave you that instructions right at the end when you didn't need it. That don't make any sense, does it? Glyn, we should have a competition to name Esther's new YouTube channel. Perhaps I'll put something on social media. But we got to see, Glyn, tomorrow is the first time Mrs. World of Wayne's actually been live on YouTube. So we get to see how she acts to the public. So if she likes it, perhaps she'll go. If she doesn't, then she will build it in silence. V Legendary 194, want to become famous? Buy followers. Wow, we got some spam. Sorry, I've just blocked you. Hugo Saws, you're finishing the Toot and Mask video. See, I wanted to do that, Hugo, but they don't do it in my country anymore. I missed out on that, unfortunately. Take care, Glyn the Gas Man. I'll see you later. It's coming to that time, isn't it? I'm getting issues 1 to 4 at present. On the 25th, already haven't opened. Oh, wicked. I'm not sure if I can do the 0. I'm holding off on that. I might do the tank soon as the Terminator is done. I don't know when they're coming out, the tank, though, Howard. So I guess it's a watch this place. Hello, Neil. How's it going? I got all the parts for the DB5 original release, but the paint colours were so inconsistent I didn't bother building it and selling it. I do understand that. And again, if you watch Sprueverse channel, he tells you about some of the things that he knows already. Apparently, the ejector seat had no end of problems. So... Wayne, say Corjoy. Corjoy. See, I can say that, but I'm looking at it. When I'm trying to say it in conversation, it's a blooming nightmare. What time tomorrow? It's going to be 8 o'clock again, Ronnie. I'm not going yet, but to anyone leaving, make sure you enjoy Christmas and best. Oh, well done, D. I'm going to be wrapping it up now anyway, D. So it's great meeting you all tonight, doing this live build. We only made one mistake tonight, so you know, that's probably good for me. But please come on by tomorrow because we're going to have some fun tomorrow. It's the last live stream of the year, and I said Mrs. World of Wayne's going to be joining me, and it's anything goes tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, so if it's one of my old streams, we'll be talking about flushing toilets around the world or whatever. But there you go. Please say water bottle. Water bottle. I know you Americans love... I was speaking to someone from Texas and they kept making me say words. Water bottle. But listen, thank you once again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Remember, there's no video tomorrow. It's just the live stream tomorrow. So what you'll be watching tomorrow morning will be this. This will be on the featured video for the day. But listen, take care of yourselves. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a great...